We are gone in 60 parsecs. Or right now. So let's get back to it. We're going to do our best to explore what's going on here. What? We got more stuff. Ooh. As I highlight these different items here, it lights it up. Cool, okay. That's kind of fun. Little Sputnik going by out there. Okay, well, let's go ahead and start it up. Brand new adventure. We're going to go with Space Drill again, and let's hop back to Emmett. Space Drill. Yes, it's a proper journey into the cosmos. So, Space Drill, doing it that way. It's a little extra food as we explore. Right now, food is really tight. We've got to learn how far we can press our hunger. We got to decide if we want to keep everybody or not. So there's a food all the way over there. That's probably not worth going to get. There's Yelly Lady right there. Let's look around a little bit more. Okay, Sock Puppet is super important. We're going to need that. I say it's super important. I assume it's super important. Because it's one of the things that we can use to minister to people. We can give them food. And we can give them sock puppets, and we can give them medicine. That's all we can give. Okay, there is the armor. There's Dee Dee. Is that a... The shovel moves, too. Maybe that's a thing that we need. Okay. Alright, well, let's go grab some soup from wherever the furthest reaches of the soup depths are. Try saying that. Soup depths. Okay. Are those soups? Are those rolls of paper? I don't... Who even knows? Let me get some soup. Give me the soup. Alright. I want to make sure I get at least one soup. That way I don't starve to death immediately. Alright. Well, that's pretty reasonable. Then we gotta find some medical supplies. Well, I think they're always going to be here in the bathroom, but we'll find out. There we go. I guess it's not really a bathroom. Why did I think it was the bathroom? We were just in the bathroom. Okay. Oh, the handbook still. And then some crafting resources. What are the furthest away crafting resources? I don't have to worry as much since we got Emmett. Cheat like hell and push everything into the hallway. Man, I thought about it. I'm still thinking about it. Let's see, how much soup can we get out there into the hallway? If not in the hallway, at least, like, right here, you know? Come here, soup. No, we've lost that soup forever! Maybe not. We can push the broken robot down into the corner with you, you son of a bitch. Delicious soup! Alright, well, rough. Okay. What else can we get over here? Oh, I just ran right over that one. Luckily, it's kind of close. Alright, we should be able to grab most of that. Find a crewmate. I think we're not going to get Tom Thompson this time. Uh-oh. Let's go ahead and get this lady. So help him down the hatch. Is there one more thing that I'm supposed to get beforehand? I can't recall. Alright, let's see. What else can we push in that vague general direction? We can move the soup down. The idol is right there. The artifact, whatever it's called. A lot of soup there. Can I get this off the wall? No, it's stuck. Can't even move that. Well, shit. We'll see what we can do. We're gonna run here first. It's not quite the furthest away, but it's a good place to start. Okay, so we've got that. We got the shovel. We've never had a shovel before. There's 2 bins of crafting supplies in there. grab them both. Just gonna go ahead and jump those in right now as I see them. That's a lot of soup. We need something that's not soup at the moment. How about a gun? Crafting supplies. Oh, we're full. Oh, I didn't get nearly enough people. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be real interesting. Okay, so we're short a person, and I think we have a lot of food, but we don't have a lot of other things. I think one of the first things that we're going to try and do is upgrade the crafting system. That should allow us to craft more things. So day 1, just the 2 of us. 8 soups. Well, you ready to populate Earth? Or New Earth, whatever we're going to call. All right, so we're being welcomed to the space station, or space shuttle. We are the commander. Let's give ourselves a nice, inspiring speech. Yeah, can't craft new crew persons yet. Okay, so we knew exactly what to say. Hooray! Long live the captain. It's just the 2 of us shouting that, really? I mean, that's what it is. Crafting unavailable. We need to do counting with math. Let's have us do it. Sorry, I went real quick through these first couple of days. We'll slow it down a little bit. I think we survived like 14 or 15 days? Maybe a little longer than that. Certainly no longer than 3 weeks, though. Alright, so for the 2 of us, we are now up to 12 cans of soup. That's a very long time to have soup. As a matter of fact, we could probably recycle some soup for minerals, and I would feel okay about that. So the crafting module is in the back, and it's now available. So we can now go make things. Our energy is 44 to start with. Holy crap. Yeah, let's immediately just upgrade this. Because I think it's going to give us some more options. If we come back over here to craft, we've got a lighter, soup, tape, and a communicator. So let's upgrade it and see what new stuff we get. It takes 9 months to craft a new crew member. Nature's creative power is far beyond man's instinct of destruction. Make the best of the resources you gather, which is exactly something out of this cosmos here. Running low on soup, use a mixture of only slightly radioactive space-age chemicals. Oh, there's a little enterprise here. All right, so I've got a theory based on watching a lot of 60 Seconds. I think that the art and decorations that can sometimes occur here are indications as to some of the RNG that happens in that run. Now, it may not be. It may just be time passes and stuff happens. Like we've had tic-tac-toe over here. We've had different kinds of damage. Right now, to me, this looks like a little stick figure of the Enterprise. So, it appears there's a hollow space behind one of the wall panels. A hidden room, maybe? A secret stash? Should we be strong or should we be dexterous? I think we should dexter. Yeah, I do see a little triangle down there. You're right. So we'll keep an eye on that as we go. Now, the crafting system has 1 more day. Okay, that's fine. Let's just go ahead and fast forward. We are not even in the we're hungry section of it yet. That should happen day 5 based on yesterday. We should be hungry today. We're not. Oh, yeah, we are, but it didn't change our art. So we are hungry. Megan is hungry. Since yesterday I brought to attention a hidden space behind one of your wall panels. You did your best to access it, but to no avail. You'll probably never learn what's on the other side. My computation suggests there's only a 1% chance of there being any treasure, like a really big soup can. In short, definitely not worth the trouble. So we've got a new spatula attachment here. What can we craft now? Ah, we did get some new stuff. Now we can make the mask, the communicator, and... No, wait, we could always make the communicator. We can make the mask and the battery. Let's go ahead and make the mask. We've needed that before, and I'm real happy with having a mask coming along. Alright, so Captain, one of our non-critical systems is having a meltdown. Now, before, in the past, we've used the communicator to talk to it, which always broke our communicator, but it worked. I say always. Twice, okay? We did it twice, and it worked twice. I guess we can just pray to the artifact for help. Yeah, we're gonna use Mooby. Oh, Mooby, help us out. Day 6, how did it go? Well, Mooby's still there. Oh. Says, you put your faith in the artifact as the subsystem was melting. Imagine my surprise when the coolant spilled, but stopped on the bubble of protective energy the item produced. I filtered the spillage out of the shuttle. We're in the clear. Lucky for you, brain cell atrophy would be the worst right now. So, it appears praying to our artifact is the correct thing to do in that situation. Good to know. For all of you taking notes at home, that's a good one. That's the non-critical system, right? So non-critical systems, what we want to do is we want to pray. Mooby, save us all. All right. What do we got here? Captain, where are you, Captain? I can't see you because it appears we've suffered a blackout. Uh-oh. You may wish to turn the lights back on before attempting your daily task. Unfortunately, we have no battery. And we've got no lighter. So, what do you want to bet we hurt ourselves doing anything? Alright, let's, we're not doing anything special here. Still have one more day left to craft that thing. So... I guess we're gonna do it. We don't want to go ass to mouth. You never go ass to mouth. Alright, day 7. Alright, we are starting to get pretty hungry here. And Astro said, "Let there be light!" I rerouted some energy from another system to power the emergency lighting module. I also made a joke, Captain. Did you notice? Unfortunately, the time you spent in the dark took a toll on your mental health. You heard tiny claws skittering all around you. They may or may not have been real. Your crewmate isn't happy with the way you handled this situation. Electricity is a basic necessity for humans traveling in deep space, so making someone sit in the dark like that goes against Astro Citizen Protocol, Captain. We did complete the mask, and starving, so it's day 7. This is the first day that we have started starving. We have a lot of food, but I'm willing to let it wait another day. Let's see. The shuttle sounds a bit rickety, Captain. A fan above the terminals making a clicking sound, and there's a big knot behind one of the panels. I recommend a touch of spring cleaning. Now, we have managed to not untangle the knot before. Is it just me, or have our stats gone down a little bit? And maybe it's because we're hungry. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and ration the soup to all, because I don't want to take the penalty to our stats. And craft. Lighter, atomic battery. Lighter, atomic battery. We'll get the lighter first. I feel like the atomic battery is probably more useful. So, we've tried dexterity before. Let's try our intelligence. Unfortunately, it's not very good anymore. I'm not entirely sure where to lay the blame on that. Certainly not on me. I had nothing to do with it. Uh-oh. I see some injuries. You and Megan tried to untangle the wiring behind one of the shuttle's panels. It was a struggle. Frustrated, you snapped the cable in two by accident. Your impatience led to live contact brushing the ship hull. A current shock to you and Megan to your marrow. You should eat something, and Megan is hungry. Now she's hurt, and he's just hungry. Hungry and hurt. That's not good. I wonder if she will get better if we leave her alone long enough. That was never the case in 60 seconds. And since we only have one other person, I'm really tempted to go ahead and use the first aid kit on her. But let's see what we have here. Captain, I protest. Your self-appointment as the captain of this vessel does not grant you the right to injure your crew's heads. This also includes accidental flying soup. If you have anything to treat the wound with, I strongly suggest you use it. Now, tape is a backup to using our med kit, and maybe that would have worked better if we had some, so we probably should make some tape going forward. We are going to wind up using that med kit after all, it looks like. So, day 9, coming up. We're going to need to make that communicator pretty soon, I think. Ah, here we go. My records suggest that using medical supplies for medical emergencies is a prudent choice. How did you think of it, Captain? Also, we finished crafting the atomic battery, so excellent. Now it appears, due to the gibberish on the screen, that we have made some sort of alien contact. You know, let's go ahead and have Megan do it. We've done it before in the past, but Megan was shouting into a phone when we rescued her. Granted, the phone wasn't actually plugged into anything, but let's have her do it. Let's come over here. What do we need to do? We can upgrade all sorts of things. We cannot yet upgrade the crafting module. I'm assuming crafting module level 3 lets us make anything that we want. Just a guess. Should we make the tape? Or should we make the communicator? I feel like we should start with the tape, and by the time it gets finished, we can wait around, and then the communicator will be ready. So let's do that. Good luck to us, right? Here comes day 10. Uh-oh, we're all hungry again, but that's fine. We can take care of it. Captain, you need to see this. I'm not one to get easily excited, but this is one of the greatest moments for humanity and human-made AI alike. We're not alone in the universe. The signals we intercepted were finally decrypted. They're alien transmissions. Extra. Cool. All right, so we're eventually going to meet them. And I will say down here, I don't know if it was engineering or dumb luck, but you were able to craft a high-quality item. We crafted extra sticky tape. Again, he says that we need to eat something and we're starving, but we weren't starving yesterday. We got that must be the upgraded tape. We weren't starving yesterday. We could probably go... Yeah, we could probably eat again. Now, let's see here. Sure, you can peruse Astro Citizen promotional materials when you're Lord, but no, don't put that on. Captain, you've just initiated the Weight Observer 1000 on your wrist. It's just a marketing gadget, cracked and defective. When you look at yourself now, you see a bulky bulldog. It's supposed to motivate you to lose weight. Stop scratching your ear, or at least take the shoe off first and do something about this. The ship needs a captain. Uh-oh. So, it looks like there's a sock puppet. There's a gun. Considering that we've accidentally strapped this thing to our wrist, I don't really want to, like, blast it off. Tape. Tape or sock puppet. Sock puppet or tape. Finkel or Einhorn. Einhorn and Finkel. No, let's use the tape because we can make more tape. We can't make another sock puppet. I don't know what the tape's going to do. It can surprise us. And then let's come back here to crafting. What do we have for crafting? We've been really hitting the resources on the metal. Oh, we can craft a new first aid kit. Ooh. If we craft a new first aid kit in 3 turns, we will have built up enough rocks to make a communicator. Yeah, Flora! It came out yesterday, and we have been really getting into it here. So let's go ahead and make a first aid kit. And I know we're starving, so let's have a little bit of soup. And we're going to try and fix this weight loss gizmo that we've strapped to our wrist with tape. Somehow with tape. Who knows how? Oh, you definitely got to pick it up. It's been a lot of fun so far. Especially if you've played a lot of 60 Seconds. It's very much in the same vein. Like, it actually just seems to be the same game with more options and more stuff. You attempted to fix the Weight Observer 1000 with tape. If I ever malfunction, have the decency to use proper tools. I don't care that it worked. Maintenance is not to be treated lightly. Now, the Weight Observer 1000 recalculated your body mass. It adjusted your hunger, removed the craving for chocolate, and shut down. Too bad. I was getting used to the idea of having a pet on board. You are no longer starving, and Megan is hungry. So it removed our craving for chocolate, but it messed with our hunger. So she's going to be ahead of us on the hunger track now. So we need to keep that in mind. They're no longer synced up. So what do we have going on here? Can you hear my teeth chattering, Captain? Of course you can't, because I'm a computer and I have no teeth. Duh! Still, I regret to inform you that the heat module is stuck in a cooling feedback loop and it's going to get very cold very soon. My vacuum tubes will be fine, but you should protect yourself or you'll freeze. Now, we don't have a lighter, so we can't start a little fire, and I don't really think the sock puppet will keep us warm enough. So let's just put on the armor. It looks like a big quilted kind of a vest. That should help keep us warm, right? And then this right here is still busy, so I think we're good. Boo, I do think you're right. We probably will be able to craft anything, but I think we're going to have to get to level 3 on the crafting machine there in the back before we can craft everything. So, I was able to break the loop in the heat module, Captain. It's working fine now. You can put that vest away. Everyone already had a turn wearing it. Okay. That's not so bad. So if it gets cold in here, wearing the armor, super useful. Our water recycler's overheating. The overheating isn't a problem. The system has safeguards. The problem is we store our minerals under the water recycler. I'm worried that any minerals there, even leftover traces, could melt or boil if exposed to too much heat. That could be hazardous. A manual reset could work, but it will be tough. Do we want to try it? Well, we gain minerals every turn, but we would lose 12 minerals, which is 12 turns. Or 6 turns of minerals. I think we should try and fix it. Whatever a manual reset involves, let's give it a shot. Now, Megan's still good. She's just hungry now. So let's try it. Next day. It's got to be longer than 2 weeks, because we made it to a planet. Ah, it didn't work! It says you opted to manually reset the overheating water recycler. The job was harder than you anticipated. The Astro Citizen patented water recycler guide specifically warns against not releasing any steam jets during such repairs. The steam jets you let loose vaporize some of the exposed minerals stored next to the recycler. You're lucky they didn't vaporize you too. We lost all of our minerals. We did remake the crafting, or the first aid kit, so now we have it. Now Megan is starving, and we should eat something. She can starve one more day and be okay. I mean, at least one more day. Captain, thus far I've kept this shuttle in artificial gravity, but I need to see how well you and Megan can adapt to zero gravity or weightless environment. Why do you need to see that, robot? Why? You're the worst AI. Just leave it alone. It says, now the benefit of weightlessness is that you can store anything anywhere. The downside is it's harder to move around. Practice is mandatory. But if more than one person runs the zero-G test at a time, it will be chaos. Who do we want to test? I mean, I guess we could test us, right? She's in starving state, so it would make more sense for it to be us. When we both hit starving, we'll both take the upgrade, because I'm curious to see if they permanently stay down or if it boosts us up to like the top of the next hunger level. Alright, now what could we make? We could make a lighter with more minerals, we could make the phone with more minerals. Alright, we're gonna do this. We're gonna recycle a can of soup. I know, right? It's our soup. But it gives us 10 minerals, and I want to craft that communicator. So we're going to recycle one of the soups. We may miss that later. But for right now, it's nice to have the materials. Oh no! Oh no! It says you failed the zero-gravity test. Captain, that's not how you move in a weightless environment. Instead of swimming with deftness and grace, you thrashed around like a bull in a china shop. The shuttle's supplies paid the price for your clumsiness, and some were severely damaged. So it looks like we've broken the book, we've broken our tape, somehow, and we've broken our mask. That's really worrisome. I'm a little annoyed that I can't recycle the empty can. I'm also thinking it's a little weird that there is a loop, right? Like, I use chemicals to make the soup, but if I recycle the soup, I get minerals. So, I don't know how I feel about it. Whoa. That's a strange thing to show up on the screen here. Captain, there seems to be an error. I am broken. Please fix me quick. Alright, you know what? We'll use our brains instead of just, like, smacking the computer and doing a little percussive maintenance. We sure don't have a whole lot of things, but we have enough chemicals that we can try repairing any of these. I'm going to start with the mask. I want our mask to work. We haven't landed on the planet yet, so we can build the communicator next round. I'm telling you, though, I could read this book. Oh, and we need to go ahead and feed everybody, I think, right? Are we starving? Hungry. She's on her second day of starving, so we got quite a lot out of it. Let's go ahead and just feed her. We'll just feed her. Russian engineering fixes everything. You've been watching too much Armageddon, my friend. Alright, good morning, Captain. Thank you for fixing me. That error made it difficult for me to communicate. You are quite a hacker, I admit. Well, that's a relief. Who knows what would have happened to me if it wasn't for you. Thank you, Captain. Repairs completed. But now we are starving, and Megan is hungry. So we're definitely off. We can wait at least one more day before doing it, but look. We've got a strange new world out there. We'll get to it in just a second here. Let's go ahead and craft the communicator. And let's see here. Sir, something huge has cropped up on my scanners. A dark, swirly-skied planet has appeared before us. It's covered in a giant storm, but beneath the dark swirls, my scanners detect hazy and distinct heat signatures and a multitude of structures. So, what happens if we tell it no, not to initiate the landing protocol? Do we get another world? Do we just, like, hang in space for a little bit longer? Because we've got the materials to do that. Let's pass on this one for the moment and see what happens. We'll wait one more turn before we eat. But I'm really curious as to what happens if we pass on this. Captain, the planet we passed yesterday is now barely visible against the dark canvas of space. Conditions on its surface were a bit questionable, so I could see why you chose not to risk a crash landing. Our resources won't last forever, however. It would be wise to land somewhere before things get nasty in the shuttle cabin. I will let you know as soon as I clock a visible landing spot. Your stomach remains empty, eat something, and then we crafted the communicator. Now we've gone so long that we're actually weak, so let's make sure that we eat. We're getting a little lower on our soup here, but that's alright. We're receiving a transmission from that small relay. Do you want to be the best version of yourself? At Genotex, we believe that you should be whoever you want to be, which is why we offer you the possibility to alter your own genes. Our new line of products will change the way your body sweats. Your sweat can smell of roses, rain, or if you're more culinarily inclined, thyme. Every scent your race enjoys can be yours for the small price of a quasar. Transmit back if you want to receive a free sample of our product, along with our catalog. Do we want their free sample? That's a good question. Do we want our sweat to smell like other things? On the one hand, if we wind up on a planet where they try and hunt us and we smell like food, it might be fantastic. So, I mean, why not get some interstellar cologne? This is fine. This is fine. We'll take it. Can't make the lighter yet. What about repair? Let's repair our handbook. Alright, now we're going to eat today, and that will bring us down to a grand total of 4 food. So we will need to set down on the next planet. Always take the free stuff that's offered. Always. It says, you decided to accept a free sample of the product that would alter your sweat. A capsule was shot to us from a relay, and it contained a vial of liquid which you bravely swallowed in one gulp. Nothing happened. At least not at first. Only later, when a rock hit the hull and scared you, a smell of pine cones filled the ship. It was so evocative and sweet. It would make a woodworm gain weight. The manual claimed the sample's effect would fade. Please, watch a horror movie before it does. You remain in poor health. Repairs completed. You are hungry, and now Megan is starving. Well, she can wait a little while longer on starving. What a crazy situation. Okay. Crewmate Man spotted something strange in the neighborhood. Uh-oh. A space ghost! Floating towards our boat with a purpose. Are we carrying anything mysterious it might be interested in? Absolutely we are. There's the artifact, or there's the phone. So we could get a little EVP going on, or we could hold up our artifact, which we know actually projects a field of energy. Let's go with the artifact, right? Please possess our golden cow statue. I think that's where it's at. Crafting. Let's go ahead and craft the lighter, just so that we have it. And let's find out what's gonna happen here. Movie, protect us. Man, having 4 people is a real detriment to our food. Alright, so here we go. The space ghost phased towards you, waving a protoplasmic microphone. You hefted the artifact at it, and it exploded. A lighter lay in the slimy remains. Well done, sir. Who else would crewmate Megan call in a ghostly situation like this? Do we have 2 lighters? It gave us a lighter, and then it says crafting completed, new item available lighter. That's interesting. It still only lists 1. We are weak and hungry, weak and starving. Ugh. We have 2 lighters, except we don't actually seem to have 2 lighters. Well, that's unexpected, Captain. There's cheese in the pantry. At least, I think it's cheese. I don't know how it got there. Did somebody sneak it on board? Is there an infestation of alien mold? Was it the French? Desperate times call for desperate measures, Captain. We don't know the origin of the mystery cheese, but will you eat it anyway? I mean, we're getting hungry. We're approaching starvation with both of them. And we do have some soup still, but this is a chance for free food, so let's not turn it down. We're gonna eat it. Cheese is delicious. So, good. luck. What do we have back here for upgrades and crafting and stuff like that? We could upload to a turbo shuttle. Upgrade our sock puppet. We could upgrade our armor. Really kind of tempted to upgrade our artifact, though. But really, one more energy, and we can upgrade the crafting module, which is really what I want to do, because I want to see if it will allow us to make everything else. So instead, we're going to spend one to make some more soup. That way we can keep ourselves going, even if this turns out not to be delicious. Ah, yes, the tape is still borked. Maybe we'll fix that. You decided to eat the strange cheese you found in the pantry. Unfortunately, the cheese wasn't cheese at all. It was an inedible soap product. Oops! You and the crew are even hungrier than you were before. You need to be more careful about what you put into your mouth, Captain. Now we're in poor health, starved, weak. Alright, so we're going to start by absolutely making sure that we eat. And then let's see what we got going on here. I'm detecting an unusual disturbance in the mini-reactor. You see the membrane of light? Space-time itself tearing open? Figures are moving and speaking on the other side. Don't, through, exchange exotic matter or risk. Interesting. Do we offer something or attempt to communicate? I think we should try the communications. It sounds like it's saying don't send matter through. And who knows what the weird little artifact is doing. Let's try talking to them on the phone. Always the idol. Boo! I think they're telling us not to do anything with exotic matter here. It seems like we're able to transmit. Alright, look, we're gonna try this. I'm sorry, we're not gonna be able to do the we're gonna phone home here. We're not gonna use the cow. Sorry, Bobby. And then we're gonna go ahead and set the upgrade to upgrade the system. We'll see what happens whenever it finishes in several turns. Now we are gonna feed both of us today. Delicious, delicious soup. And it'll be like day 20 and then we're dead. Nope, we're not dead. The space-time breach in the mini-reactor chamber was still bubbling when you pulled out your communicator, and just as you turned it on, a pair of arms reaching Astro Citizen patches reached out of the shimmer. They grabbed the communicator from your hands and withdrew it to the space-time rift before you could react. Son of a bitch. They stole our communicator. Now we're experimental, weak, and hungry. I don't know how to do anything about weak, right? We could probably use this to boost ourselves. Hunger at hungry is fine. Space travel can be dull, and there are tons of ways that you can make your own fun. Trust me, I live in a computer, so let's design a game. You'll need a core mechanic, which could revolve around an item. Get creative. What kind of game will you design? Now, previously, we made a shovel game. It is douchebaggery in the extreme to steal stuff. I'm actually kind of hoping that at some point in time it will be us in the future and the thing will open and we'll be able to take something from the other side and we'll get our communicator back and we will have stolen it from ourselves. That would be awesome. So we've done shovel before. You chase the other person around the shuttle with the shovel to try and hurt them. The other option that we could try would be the lighter, and I'm afraid that we would burn down the shuttle. But maybe it's preferable to potentially damage an item than it is to use the shovel on both of us because we're weak. So fire it up. Alright. So the crafting module is going to upgrade here in a little bit. 2 more turns of that. We're not starving, so no more food. Hopefully we come across a planet again here pretty soon. I'm hoping a planet comes like every 5 days. If so, yep, every 5 days it looks like. Alright. So you designed your game around the lighter. The core mechanic of the game was chase Megan around the shuttle. If the person that you were chasing got burned, they owed you 10 push-ups. You played until you realized how much the fire made you miss Earth. At least you could camp there. Remember camping? You and your crewmate sat next to the lighter, thinking about roasting marshmallows. You remain weak, Megan's in poor health, but we're no longer hungry. So playing with the lighter and dreaming of marshmallows was enough to make us no longer hungry. That's pretty good. Now, that's still busy, but we've got a new world outside. It says, Captain, wake up. We're approaching some sort of celestial body. It resembles a moon. That's no moon. Let me run a quick scan. 96, 98, 100%. Scanning complete. I was right. A small rocky planet with no organic life forms. But there's a lot of movement down there. Strange. My scanners detect some structures. Well, buildings or even cities. Captain, if you want to land on this planet safely, you will need to fix up a small malfunction with our steering system, since we're not even able to turn at the moment. Oh, and you'll have to do it before we float away from the planet. So we could use the gun, we could use the lighter, but I think we'll use the handbook to try and tell us how to fix the system. It looks semi-Earth-like, doesn't it? Alright, so the crafting module will be busy for one more turn. We are somehow not hungry anymore. We're still weak. There's not a lot I can do about that. We are building up chemicals, so we could actually spend one med kit to like heal ourselves and then hold on for a med kit to heal her later. So let's do that, because that's just going to take chemicals. We have a fair amount of chemicals. Oh. There we go. We must have fixed it, because we went and landed on a planet. Day 22. Yeah, having more than 2 is a big strain on the food, although a third one probably would have been okay. So yeah, we've tried the med kit. We did fix our weakness. We look okay. It says you flip through your trusty handbook looking for some sort of manual or at least a how to land a spaceship for dummies. Not sure if it was your fast reading skills or pure luck, but you opened the book on the right page. Following the instructions, you reconnected some cables and steered the shuttle to the ground. It was not a soft landing. Nobody is doing great after this stunt. Not even me. I'm shaken to my cores. Yes, all of them. Your face had a pretty unpleasant close encounter with our communicator module. At least one of these things is useless now. Consider fixing it if you want to avoid radio silence in the future. So what's next, Captain? Maybe you could use the information that I found while scanning the environment. There are robotic units not far from here. My scan detected very few aggressive signatures. I think these are peaceful automatons. Well, most of them. And in case you perish, at least I'll have company, so it's a win-win situation. So, we managed to piece ourselves together. We are no longer weak, but we have both become hungry. Well, so the communications console, a little broke. Our armor, all toe up. Let's see what's going on. Well, alright, let's take a look here at the crafting module. One more day. Alright. Captain, the expedition module in the back of the cabin's been activated. If you want to survive here, someone has to go outside. From time to time, we must learn everything we can about this place. One small step for Astro Citizen, one giant leap for whatever's left of humanity. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna go out. Let's see what kind of world is out here. There's only 2 of the 12 locations discovered. Before we found 4 of them and we had 4 crew members. So I think that's related. Now there's a village. We could find minerals. There's a chance for biohazard. Or tourist information. There's a chance for energy, and there's a hazard for grass. I don't know. Let's go over here to the village. I think we could use minerals more than we could use energy at this point. So let's go ahead and confirm there. And then we can only send Megan. That's fine. Do we want to send anything with her? Maybe not the idol, maybe not the battery. I think I'll just send her with the gun and nothing else. Alright, so... hungry. Weak and hungry. Pity we can't go. Alright, one more day, and we'll see. Have fun out there, Megan. It's a whole new world. A whole new world. Nah, she didn't need a mask. She's wearing a spacesuit. The ultimate answer to life, the universe, and everything is soup. Megan left to check out the nearby robotic settlement. Hopefully she won't run into too much trouble. If she does, though, laser gun. Alright, so my metal detector is showing a piece of ancient robot technology buried just a few paces from the shuttle. I don't know how it's possible, but it's a coffee maker. A fancy one. Do robots even drink coffee? Anyway, the coffee maker isn't buried too deep. You could probably get to it with your bare hands. It seems to be functioning. Do you want to dig it up? Hell yes. Free coffee. If it really works, if we get that caffeinated perk, then it's going to reduce our hunger even more so. So, I mean, yeah, coffee, right? What do we have here for crafting? Let's go ahead and get making that communicator again. I do want to make a first aid kit, but see how long it takes? I'd rather get started on the communicator now, and then we can make the first aid kit after we have that. Now notice the system is trashed, but it's trashed in different ways than the other time we crashed. Also, look at this upgrade here. It's got a little steam whistle. It's got a hammer on a spring in addition to the wrench plier kind of a thing there, and a spatula, and a drill bit. That's like a little murder bot over there, except it's just making us food. Now, since we are hungry, I'm not going to worry about it. We'll wait until we get closer to starving. Day 24. You dug up the fancy coffee maker buried near the shuttle. It was still full of beans, genetically engineered to meet robot tastes, meaning the longest lasting and best tasting in the universe. They were still good. The machine brewed the most amazing cup of coffee of your life. You sat and ruminated for hours on how the robots were able to perfect this once exclusively human art form. Megan is still exploring outside. We've crafted our communications device. We are in peak mental condition, sir, but we are starting to starve. So, it doesn't look like it stuck around. Looks like it really only happened once, but we did get alert. Hey, hi, Snowberry. We got the craft medkit function by upgrading our crafting module to level 2. Now, I think when we upgrade it to level 2, it gives us a random selection of things, and we can only make things that we have the materials for. So, if they were low on chemicals, they wouldn't be able to craft it, and if they were only level 1, they wouldn't be able to. But by upgrading it, we got additional recipes. We were also able to make the mask and armor by upgrading to level 2. So let's take a look and see what's going on here. It says you found a couple of rusted and swollen cans of soup in the darkest corner of the ship. Someone must have put them there a long time ago and then completely forgotten about them. It doesn't look all that safe to eat them, but then again, it's canned soup. It's supposed to last 737 years. Will you keep the cans? Now, the part of me that knows about botulism thinks, no. Terrible idea. The part of me that saw that soup could be made by combining 10 barely radioactive chemicals makes me go, so what? But hey, you know, free soup. It didn't say do we want to eat them right now. Let's just keep them. Delicious, delicious soups. If we look at our crafting module here, we now have our communicator, so I think it's a good time to start crafting another first aid kit. Or, you guys did mention repair. We could repair either the tape or the armor. Let's repair the tape. The tape's been broken the longest. We don't need the first aid kit right now. We are okay. It's more of a thing that we need if Megan comes back. Of course, if Megan doesn't come back, I assume it's just game over for us. Day 25. That ancient soup you found gave you pause, and no wonder it looks older than this ship. And yet here it is. Who could have left it there? And then again, who cares? Free soup! What could go wrong, right? So we're still alert, Megan is still out exploring, and we fixed our extra sticky tape. So that's another important thing. If you break something and you repair it, you keep the upgrades. And I don't know what happens if we use it and it disappears. I don't actually know that we've used anything to have it disappear. We've just used things and had it break, with the exception of eating the soup. Yeah, we can eat today. That's fine. We just got some bonus soup, right? Now, Captain, I found something interesting on the surface of the planet. It looks like somebody passed their time playing a supersized version of tic-tac-toe, but never completed this particular game. The game pieces consist of minerals that we could use. Now, I'm not one for ruining someone else's fun, but I think the winner is clear by looking at the board, so they shouldn't mind if we mess up their O's and X's. Should we take the liberty of gathering these pieces and using them as resources? Absolutely. Free materials. Now that's going to take 3 of these. Now is that 1 and then 2 days, or 1, 2, and 4 days? Let's take a look at it tomorrow and see what it says. Also, let's eat a delicious soup. Delicious soup. So, Ice Norberry, you've been watching this. Have you been enjoying this? Watching other people play? Have you been playing it yourself? Ooh, now the dismantling of the supersized tic-tac-toe game was a success. We got plus 20 minerals. Yeah, they were hard to carry, being ginormous and all, but we performed splendidly, and that'll teach them to leave their toys laying on the floor or on the planet's surface. Megan returned. The place isn't big, just a few streets and a few dozen robotic families at most, all of them peaceful. Anyway, Megan's state's a little fragile, she's famished, and her mental state is questionable. She got a few lungfuls of thick smoke coming from heavy machinery. Could be bad news. Wow, okay, 35 minerals. We are hooked up. The inhabitants of the village were kind enough to give Megan directions to the bomb craters and robot statue. Megan was surprised by this trip. The automatons may keep their distance a little, but they're friendly enough. It's interesting. It says she hasn't returned yet. There's something weird in the timing of when these elements activate. So how bad off is she? She is weak, hungry, and tired. I don't think that we're actually going to... She's loyal, which is good. She's sane, which is all right. We're going to feed her now. I don't have anything that I can fix up her health with yet at this time, but it's tough, but it's been a lot of fun to explore so far. So we're gonna feed her and get her up a little bit. We're hungry, but I think we can wait a little while for us. Now, 1 day went, so it's a total of 3 days. Okay, that makes sense. So what happened? Captain, we were able to detect transmissions of unknown origin. Unfortunately, the communications console was damaged, so we can't make anything out of them or reply, but we could bypass a primitive field, or we could hardwire a primitive field communicator to bypass the damaged subsystems and access the shuttle's external transmitter and receiver. Heck yeah, let's wire our radio telephone here into the system. That'll work great. Let's make sure that we're not sweaty with nervous hands while we're wiring everything together. Hey, achievement unlocked. Hello, world. Great success, Captain. Communicator attached to the communications console works like a charm. I won't judge the aesthetics, since we can finally receive and answer transmissions. Now all we need to do is wait for someone to contact us. Someone will find us eventually. You could tell Megan was amazed by what we achieved today. She almost smiled. There's hope. Now she is rested, which just means that she can go out again. She couldn't go out again while she was tired. Wow, yeah, there's just like tape. But it's looking better than it did previously. One more day left on the med kit. We're going to try and heal Megan up before we send her out again. I don't want to send her out weak. So, Captain, when the sun rose this morning... Wait, we could use the armor? We didn't repair it. It's damaged. So we may be able to use a damaged item, but I wonder if we use it if it would be destroyed. Captain, the sun rose this morning. Our ship was surrounded by sigils. Little bars of metal welded together to form stick figure-like shapes. Outside the door, a small pile of ball bearings was stacked up. Nearby, a little empty ring was drawn in the dirt. Something is toying with us. Do you wish to leave an offering in the ritual ring? Venture out at night with some protection going on, or just ignore these frankly creepy goings on. I mean, let's give them the artifact, right? They offered us a little pile of ball bearings. They want something in exchange. They can have a gander at our creepy little moo cow. Alright, so just a little bit more time. Now you're still just hungry, and he's still hungry, so we're okay. We'll need to start making soup again pretty soon. After the strange sigils and symbols appeared around the shuttle, you decided to leave the artifact we found in a little ring on the dirt. The next morning, all the creepy detritus had been removed, and all that remained was the artifact, now patched up with bits of melted metal. How about that? They managed... doesn't bear thinking about. Let's just be Arda thankful that it didn't end horribly. Okay, so... they fixed it. If we had put something broken out there, like the armor, they would have fixed it for us. Good to know. Okay, so she's weak and hungry. We're starving for the first day. We can starve one more day. But I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're going to feed everybody. And we're going to heal Megan so we can send Megan out tomorrow. What's the thing? What's the skinny? Captain, there's something that we need. Can you hear me, Captain? There we go. Arg. You say arg in these situations, right? I hate raising my volume, but that malfunctioning body odor removal filter's making a racket. I think it's malfunctioning. The body odor filter body odor removal filter. I mean, we'll just fix it with tape, right? Just tape that sucker up. No problem. If something moves and it shouldn't, tape it. If something's supposed to move and doesn't, WD-40 it. That's all you got to do. Engineering 101. You fixed the body odor removal filter by replacing the worn out screws with tape. The cabin no longer smells of unwashed astronauts. Everyone on board could think clear without the constant din drowning out every thought. Megan's still weak. We should eat something. Megan's no longer hungry. Wow, she is still weak, even though we gave her some medical supplies. That's kind of impressive. Deleted time. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate having you here. Hope you're enjoying the 60 parsecs here. We've got one less can of soup. You can have it if you want it. Alright, so somebody dropped off a package on our doorstep during the night. It says, please enjoy this organic junk, humans. We got it in a crappy trade deal centuries ago. Maybe you can find a use for it. Inside is a bunch of old, dried-up alien herbs. It's definitely useless to the automatons. I'm unable to identify the plant or the chemical composition. What are we going to do with it? Well, we got a sock puppet. We can dig. I'm assuming that means we can plant it. Like, if we can plant things, maybe we can grow some food. Or it looks like we can blaze it. Those look like the options. Blaze it, plant it, or... I don't even know what you would do with a sock puppet. Put on a puppet show about it. Yeah, I knew that would be the answer as soon as I said blaze it. 420 every day. Yep. Oh, internet memes. Okay, so we're gonna burn it, whatever it is. Wait, you're gonna... What do you mean plant it? Wolverine, I'm gonna need a vote on here. Snowberry, what do you think? We're gonna burn it, bury it, or somehow sock puppet it. Make a T in the sock puppet. Sock puppet? Flora says sock puppet. Sure, why not? Well, none of us are actually, like, crazy, right? If we come over here, her sanity's fine. I've never seen sanity be anything but fine. So, we could sock puppet it. Yeah, a bunch of sock puppets. Okay, sock puppet it is. We're gonna find something with that sock puppet. And then the crafting module over here. We have got a lot of minerals at this point in time. Let's go ahead and make a can of soup. I would like to have 2 cans of soup. We're just gonna have to keep churning away on it. Okay, so let's see here. And... oh, I just saw what you said, Snowberry. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens with the sock puppet. I have no idea what's gonna happen with that. Wow, look at this. It spit out so much paper. It says you boiled the herbs and sifted them through the sock, hoping to make some delicious tea. Yeah, boo. After scanning the liquid, I detected that it might have various medicinal uses. Hey, so we got a new first aid kit. Hey, Lord Minion. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for coming out, checking out 60 Parsecs with us. It says, after scanning liquid detected might have various medical usage. So, cool. We've got a new medical kit from it. Now, Megan's in poor health. She's loyal. We made a new soup. And she's hungry. Alright. Alright, well, let's see what's going on here. I think we need to send her out into the world. Captain, I'm detecting a troubling buildup of mental tension. Recommended course of action? Throw an epic party. I took the liberty of inviting myself. But of course, your crewmates should join us too, although you know what they say, 3's a crowd, so how about we invite someone new, Captain? Someone we don't know, or make ourselves a new companion. Yes, how do we do it? Let's use the mask. We don't have a sock puppet, we can't invite anybody new. Now, Megan, we're gonna use our brand new medical kit on you. Those alien herbs are gonna pick you right up. Now, we are just hungry. Emmett's just hungry, so we won't eat his soup yet. That is so much paper. That was so much paper. Okay. And then, what do we have here for the crafting thing? We don't have quite enough to make another soup yet, but we have a whole bunch of minerals, so we could craft things. We could make another communicator if we wanted to. Whoops, that's the wrong button. We don't have any chemicals to repair that. What about upgrade? We should be able to upgrade things with energy. It looks like everything upgrades with energy. Looks like we'll also be able to upgrade spacesuits and a navigation system. I wonder what either one of those do. Let's not spend our energy yet. Let's just find out what's going on with those next. Oh, wait, stop. We were going to send you out into the world. What do we have here? The bomb craters, we have a chance for chemicals. That's good. That allows us to make more food. Or we can go to the robot statue. We could get... we don't want minerals. tourist information was energy. So let's go all the way out to the bomb craters and look for some sort of chemicals. So, Megan, you're going. I'm going to go ahead and give her the gun again. And we can give her the shovel. Maybe if she could find something out there, she can use the shovel to dig it up. Alright, let's try that. So for those of you just tuning in, day 31 of our voyage. Hey, the party was a hit, Captain. I love how you put the mask in front of you and pretended it was a person. A mysterious Mary Jane, apparently. Could you tell me again who won the staring contest? This is the most sarcastic computer ever. Boo, the result of the sock herbs was that it made a medical kit for us. So we strained it all out through the sock, just like you said, and we got a free medical kit. One way or another, the party with the mask was a success. You feel much better now. Saner, even. Who would have thought? Megan left to explore a bunch of holes in the ground. Riveting. You're starving. Better eat, and fast. I think we can probably starve one more day. This is our first day to starve. And then we can eat that soup. Can we craft another? We have 10 chemicals now. We can just... Oh. We can make another sock puppet, but I don't think we need it. Let's make a soup. We gotta make a soup. I'm already regretting the couple of times that we recycled a soup just to get the minerals. Oh well. It says, have you looked in the mirror recently, Captain? I couldn't help but notice you seem to be afflicted with some sort of a rash. We must have gotten it from Mary Jane. I hope it's nothing serious, but we can't rule it out being a symptom of a dangerous illness. You can never be too careful. I strongly suggest that you do something about the rash. I swear I'm only worried about your health and not about how weird you look right now. Well, let's look up in the handbook and see if it tells us what this rash might be. We've got a little food that's cooking, and we are going to eat it probably tomorrow, but not today. Let's hope Megan's doing okay out there. Sending her to a place called the Bomb Craters seems ominous as hell. Okay, so hello there, Captain. You're looking very rested today. I can see that you found a way to deal with that mysterious rash that was bothering you earlier, but you couldn't figure out what the cause was. At least you found instructions on how to treat it in your Astro Citizen handbook. It didn't have a name, so you gave it one. Stupid rash affliction, 5T0-0P1D. Stupid rash affliction. How thoughtful of you, Captain. Now you're facing starvation, we should eat. Yes, alright, well we can do that. We can afford to eat. So, delicious soup. And then what's the crisis today? It says, Captain, a transmission was received while you were asleep. I took the liberty of decoding it for you. What I found were geographical coordinates leading to a place not far from here. Oh, and the message also mentions you should bring a sock puppet with you. It doesn't say why. Will you answer the call? I think we're not going to answer it because we don't have a sock puppet. So I guess no, we're not going out there. We really need more chemicals. We're only accumulating 2 per turn. And there is... Well, okay, so let's take a look. We can get some more chemicals by recycling some things, and then we can make them over again with the minerals, right? Like, we could make a sock puppet. No, that's chemicals. Some of these are minerals. This is minerals. The communicator is minerals. And if I recycle the... We can't recycle the communicator. Oh, because we don't have one. But everything that we recycle turns into chemicals, so it's kind of a 2-step process. Oh, except for this. Maybe it goes back and forth between the 2? Like if we make one out of minerals, we get the recycle back in chemicals, and if we make it out of chemicals, we get the recycle back in minerals? Yeah, theoretically we do have 2 lighters, but I think due to the event order processing that we really only have the one. I mean, we know that we can make a lighter, and I think it was made with minerals, so I don't really mind doing it. I thought about recycling out the armor though, since it's already injured. So let's cycle out the armor. We're not using it since it's already damaged. And we're not heading out there because we're not heading out there. Alright, so you're going to get your food here today. It's nice and checked. I just want to make sure that we are actually feeding ourselves and so that we don't survive, or so we don't starve to death. Okay, day 33. Hey, we're looking a lot better. It says, when you reached the location from the transmission's coordinates, you could see somebody sneaking off into the dark behind a big rock. A little suspicious. Although you didn't bring the sock puppet the stranger asked for, how forgetful of you. Well, that's a shame. I thought whenever I would say no, that we would be smart enough to not go. Guess not. Captain, a hole appeared right next to our shuttle overnight. It's producing smelly vapors and nasty gurgling. While it's not an immediate threat, I'd appreciate if you made it stop. The smell is foul and the noise annoying, and both offend my sensors. Like, I kind of don't care. But let's go ahead and use the tape. We've got some really good tape. I suspect that the more upgraded an item is, the more likely you are to succeed in whatever RNG is there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and craft... Yeah, it's 10 minerals to craft the armor, and we got 10 chemicals back for it. So interesting. We're going to go ahead and craft some more soup then. We can basically take double the amount of time, and we can turn our minerals into chemicals. So, good to know. Hopefully Megan comes back soon. Yeah, duct tape fixes pretty much everything. Hey, she's back! I appreciate you taping over the hole in the ground, Captain. All looked well until you realized it was a mouth. The camouflaged creature's gob gaped open, giving you a serious scare when it flew away. Problem solved. Too bad for your psychological scarring. Hey, good news, everyone. Megan found her way back from the treacherous bomb crater. She returned exhausted, on an empty stomach and a bit rattled. Ready to hear her report? Prolonged exposure to the pollution over there would make even the best-maintained automaton rust to dust. Megan claims that she didn't breathe in too many fumes, but let's keep an eye on her anyway. Megan delved deeper into a crater that looked particularly promising, and she shoveled until she uncovered some proper ore. She also managed to dissect some of the poison gases coming from the polluted ground, so we got a lot of supplies. Excellent. The good thing is the civilization moved on from their violent ways. The bomb craters remain one of the few remainders of their turbulent past. Not the most captivating experience, but it was still more fun than slowly dying of boredom inside the shuttle, Megan says. You're quite alert. Megan is away, even though she's back, and then we made a new can of soup. Now, Megan is really tired. Also, her health is up to vigorous. She's actually looking almost jaunty right now. Almost jaunty. So, I guess we can just let her chill for a little bit. I mean, it says... Oops. It says she's tired, but I think that's because she just went out into the world. Also, she did break our shovel. Probably digging up the ore. Whoops. So, let's see here. I am a machine, and machines cannot hear voices. I mean, the voices that I'm not hearing right now are getting very loud, though. Oh, you hear them too? My weight sensors are picking up something as well. A two-dimensional species. That explains why my cameras miss some quite vicious, I gather. With one decisive yell, their voices are approaching fast. The air inside the door looks very empty and yet very hostile all of a sudden. Now, we could beat at it with our shovel, or we could try and set it on fire. I mean, let's burn it, right? Two-dimensional objects like paper. Smash. Not so good. Fire? even worse. So what else do we have going on? We're hungry. She's hungry and tired. We've got a lot of chemicals now. This opened up all of our crafting options again. We've got enough soup for each of us right now, so I'm not too worried about making that. Let's make a new sock puppet. We could also potentially upgrade all of this, but... Well, let's go back and look at it real quick. I don't think that we have the energy necessary for it. Yeah. Actually, we do. Navigation system? I wonder what navigation system's going to do for us. Let's go with the navigation system. Instead of crafting, let's just do the navigation system. I want to find out what these systems do. I'm not entirely sure what upgrading the spacesuit would do either, but let's start with nav system. It may unlock more locations, or make it faster to get somewhere and back. So we'll pick that. We've decided on fire. Nobody's getting fed. Let's move on to day 35. A two-dimensional species invaded your ship. You could not see them coming until you turned on a lighter. Suddenly, the empty space around you cast a multitude of shadows on every surrounding wall. Invisible to the 3D world, most of the time they could not handle the spotlight. Bashfully, they slipped out one by one. Staring might be impolite, but apparently rudeness wins battles. You both look bolder and stand a little straighter since that victory. You are starving, Captain. Better grab a bite. Megan has rested. You are in Megan's friend zone. Well, we could probably take more people. You're right, Boo. I don't know that that's particularly useful to us at that point. But maybe. I just don't know how many items we would want to take with, because we still need them for events here. And it doesn't seem like we can have, like, multiple things, because we do not have two of the lighters, for instance. Now, Megan used to collect minerals on Earth. Do not call them crystals unless you want to get an earful. I don't know how she got them past space station security, but she managed to sneak a few of her favorite specimens onto the shuttle. Megan's fond of you, Captain, and we need these minerals. Do you think you could convince her to sacrifice her precious specimens for the cause, or just so that, you know, survive? We're not going to do that. We have a lot of minerals right now. We don't need to piss her off by taking hers. No, yeah, I know what you mean. More slots for items, but we don't want to... I can't imagine wanting to take extra items, because we need them here, too. So, we're starving. It's our first day to starve. We can wait one more day. And then I think we'll probably be done with the navigation system and see what that's good for as well. So 36 days ago, humanity wiped itself out in nuclear fire. You didn't ask Megan to sacrifice her minerals for the good of the mission. Instead, you let her come to you. She eagerly showed you all of the colorful, gleaming stones in her collections. And a weary look passed over her, and she decided there was no reason to hoard such a rich stash of minerals for herself if they could be used for everyone's benefit. So by not asking, we got 20 minerals. Now, we're still hungry as a wolf, and we won't survive long if we don't eat something, but we're going to do that right now. Actually, we're both going to eat, since we're both at starving. Soup for everybody. Delicious. What do we got here? Captain, remember that transmission that we received recently? The one with the mysterious coordinates? It's back. Whoever sent it must still be waiting there. And they keep reminding the listeners to bring a sock puppet with them. They still have not explained why. And we don't have a sock puppet yet. It's going to keep recurring, though, so it does tell me that the sock puppet is pretty important. So, wonder what the navigation system did. Clearly, we need to craft a sock puppet. I mean, that's just becoming critical at this point. If we come over here and look at the nav system... Aha! Looks like we got some additional locations. The charging hub. It looks like we could get a chance for energy or... Is that a battery? Now the length is twice as long. It's a double length mission. And then it looks like there's the oil falls. We have a chance of getting chemicals and tentacle monsters. Tentacle monsters are the danger of the oil falls. Yes, we are making a puppet. It's true. The puppet's what we're making right now. We'll have it tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. 2 days from now. Then the next time this event comes back, if we're not dead, we'll be on top of it. So, you're fixed. You're fixed. You can leave tomorrow to go somewhere. We'll figure out where. So, we are not going to bring a sock puppet with us because we don't have it, but we are going to have delicious soup. Here's to you, Megan. Cheers. Day 37. When we reach the coordinates, you could see somebody sneaking off again, unfortunately. Alright. What's that you're drawing, Captain? Is that supposed to be ham? I understand you're fed up with soup and you're reminiscing about Earth food. I would advise you don't go down that road. Here, I have a useful program for just this occasion. It's called Everything is Not All Peaches and Cream. It should help you focus your mind on different things. Would you like to start the process? Well, that's interesting. We're thinking about food, and if we say no, then I'm assuming that we will continue to get hungrier. If we say yes, maybe it will erase our hunger. I don't know. I can't really trust this AI because he's a little goofy, or she's a little goofy. It's a little goofy. What does a machine know about hunger anyway? Yes, we ran out of soup. We're out of soup. Let's say sure, that's fine. Yeah, we're out of soup. Don't worry, as soon as we finish with the sock, we're going to make more soup. And we're about to send Megan out right now. So, Megan, I'm going to need you to go... Where do we want to go? We've got plenty of minerals. I'm not worried about minerals at this point in time. You could go out to the bomb craters again, but you could come back sick. Let's try the oil falls. Let's try the oil falls. Its length isn't too long. We're going to come back with chemicals, and I have no idea what this is, but we're going to send a laser gun with her for sure. See, this right here makes me think of batteries. I think that's what that other little symbol was. But let's send out the laser gun. Go for it. And then we'll start manufacturing soup as of tomorrow. Over the next 2 days, we should be able to make 2 cans of soup. I think we have enough chemicals for that. Success, Captain! Your culinary urges have been kept under control. We spent the afternoon talking about things other than food, and then circled back to agree on the many merits of the tomato soup. Now, we should probably focus on surviving the mission at hand, wouldn't you say? Remember, life is but a bowl of cherries. I'm not sure what that means, but my programming tells me it should make you feel better. Megan left to examine the nearby oil source. We are quite alert. We now have the sock puppet, and we're just hungry again. But just hungry is okay. Let's go ahead and craft delicious food. Something seems to be troubling you, Captain. I've registered that you keep staring outside the window into the endless void. Why? Did you lose something? I see. You're remembering Earth. I admit it was nice before the nuclear barbecue, that is. Can I switch off for a second, Captain? Do you wish to have a moment to yourself? Yes, let's have a moment stroking the little golden moo cow. day 39. Uh-oh. You've been worried about something, Captain, but it seems those troubles are behind you. I'm not surprised by your choice to find comfort with the Astro Citizen-issued Astrofact TM. It's a guarantee to resolve any and all of your emotional issues. I can't tell if it was the mumbling or the juggling of the artifact that helped, but I'm glad to see you're doing better. Megan's still away. Now we are starving. But that's okay. We can last another day of starving. We're going to go ahead and craft another soup. What's going on over here? Captain Ellis, a pair of robots are meandering towards us. They're facing each other and appear to be fused at the hands. One is a large Hulk, dragging the other, which is smaller in structure. Could this be a parent-child pair? The big droid thuds along one leg after the other, as if low on power, while the little one peters fumes from his back. One has a power socket, and the other has a mouth-like receiving chamber. You wish to charge the big robot, feed the little one, or leave them to their fate. Well, I'm not giving them my soup, goddammit, so you can have the battery. That's my soup. And I'm gonna eat it tomorrow. On day 40, that's right, 40 days since humanity wiped itself out. We're doing just fine. You can tell. We look like we're enjoying life. It says, you lugged a battery over to the Robo-Rent and the Robo-Kid who were slowly trudging past the shuttle. Once you plugged the unit into the Fatherbot, it straightened its back and sprung with energy. The hulking machine bowed in thanks and with renewed energy picked up the weak little robot next to it and sprinted into the distance. I just hope their journey isn't one of those fatherly character-building exercises. So we've made a new soup. Our battery's in good shape. Excellent. Well, I'm thinking that maybe it's got some sort of organic burning combustion engine. I don't know. You hear that, Captain? It sounds like mosquitoes. It is mosquitoes. No, wait, those aren't ordinary insects. They're robot constructs. Extraordinary. They are almost as annoying as the real thing. But at least they don't seem to be into sucking blood. We should probably get rid of them anyway, just in case they'd take an interest in you. Well, we don't have any of the things that we need for that. But we can craft a communicator. Communicators are good. And then we are going to make sure that we eat a little bit of delicious soup. Minox chewing on the power cables. Oh no. So we've almost made 6 weeks here. It's day 41. One more day and we'll have lasted 6 weeks. Holy crap, she's gone crazy. Good thing we got the sock puppet. Oh no. It says, we were out of ideas for dealing with the robotic mosquitoes that invaded your shuttle, so we just decided to wait it out. They were irritating, but harmless. You thought the constant buzzing was the biggest annoyance, but then we found out a number of our soup cans had been emptied by the robotic Menace. They gorged on our supplies and only left when they were sated. Megan's back. She's mighty tired, but still alive. She could eat something, and her mental state is suboptimal. She claims that a mechanical creature with one eye peeked out of the hot oil stream and attacked her. She fired straight in the eyeball and defeated it, but the pistol got a little jammed. Yeah, or melted in the front. That sucks. She gathered some oil from the stream and brought it back. We had 20 more fuel, or chemicals, I guess. Overall, Megan says it's an interesting landmark, but not without its dangers. The place helps the robots keep their bodies in decent shape. But hostile robotic animals can pounce from any direction, so we crafted the communicator. It says we should eat. We've decoded a few signals that have been passed around. They all contain mention of a crashed alien ship. Maybe we're the aliens they're talking about. And it's pretty obvious that Megan went insane. Yup. Friend, hungry, vigorous, insane, tired. Okay. What we got going on here? Captain, remember the transmission. Let's take the sock puppet out there. I don't know what to do with her being insane, but we're going to go ahead and tell it to start building soup so we can eat soup. If we lose the thing, we'll tell it to try and build another sock puppet, I guess. Let's finally see what happens when we have the thing that we need. Like, I kind of want to use it on her, but what if it disappears? What if it disappears? Day 42. Oh no, she's crazy and hungry. As you approached the location, held up the sock puppet on one hand and exclaimed, "I come in peace!" Behind a small rock, out steps a small metal figure. Her name is Sheila, and her disappointed look made it look like she was expecting someone else entirely. You are not a handsome young robot named Dumbo. Sheila laments a glitch that occurred in her programming, making her fall in love with young Dumbo, despite both of them already having different companions assigned by the planet's system. Sheila believes Dumbo's programming is not flawed, and he cannot return her feelings. You seemed really moved by this tragic love story. Me, not so much. Megan's still insane. Crafting completed. Megan's rested. Megan is starving. Make sure she eats right. Alright. Well, we are just hungry. She is starving. Alright. Let's go ahead and craft a soup. No, sorry, not a soup. A sock puppet. I guess we need to feed her now. It's going to take a little while. I'm hoping something comes out of that, because that was a weird recurring event and it only gave us one option. And that was bring the sock puppet out there. Yeah, anticlimactic indeed. Captain, an intoxicated robot wearing nothing but a robe and slippers, has stumbled up to the shuttle. He says his name's Robotsky, and he was drugged by a visiting band of nihilist aliens who poured coolant on his rug. I don't know what to make of any of this. Lazy robots, nihilists, soiled rugs. Maybe you should help the poor guy. He sure isn't going to help himself. What will we give him? What should we give the big Robotsky? Should we give him a lighter? Should we give him a mask? Or should we give him a battery? Like, I don't actually want to give him the battery, but that seems to make the most sense. A lighter, huh? What would he do with a lighter? I'm a little curious. What does everyone think that he would do? The power of fire? Burn the offending rock. Well, I'm okay with giving him a lighter. That's fine. That's fine. As long as we're not invaded by any more of the weird little 2D specs, I think we'll do just fine with it. So, okay. So we can do that. I think we need to feed Megan. But she was just hungry yesterday, so she can wait one more day. I hope. We're in real trouble if she dies. So, just remember that. Day 43. Oh, life is just not good for anybody right now, is it? Says you offered to light Robotsky's cigarette so he could continue dealing with the nihilist aliens who soiled his rug without worrying. You don't ask what he was smoking. Robotsky thanked you for the light. Aggression like this cannot stand, man, he said before wandering off. Megan remains insane. We are starving. Captain, better grab a bite. Alright, we're about to find out how many days that we can go without starving. The math on this is not really working out. This thing's busy and will be until tomorrow. We've got one can of soup. If we eat it ourselves, So, if we eat it ourselves, then she'll go too many days and we'll certainly die. So we need to feed her. That means that we better hope that we can go at least 2 days, because tomorrow we'll manufacture one and then we'll get to eat one. It's getting tight. So let's... Did she cackle? She did cackle. Alright, well, let's give her some soup. And let's see what's going on here with the communications console. Captain, our systems are working below their optimal levels. I was able to determine that our wiring might be at fault. I suggest that you take a look under the proverbial hood and fix the wires before malfunction. We've done this before, this has been bad, but let's choose our brilliant brilliances. Let's do the smart play here. Alright. Day 44, let's see what happens. Hopefully, insane people still like to eat food. Oh yeah, but she's still super crazy. Nicely done. You proved yourself smart enough to fix the malfunctioning components. The ship's systems are now working at standard capacity. The ship's really falling apart. I'm afraid there's not enough time to properly finish it. Who would have expected an atomic apocalypse to break out so suddenly? Well, I could, but no one listens to me. Or computerized assistants, so I guess that's life. Just ones and zeros, but mostly zeros. So my stomach remains empty. I won't survive long if I don't eat something. Megan assures me that I can still count on her friendship, and she is still crazy. Alright, kids, dinner's ready. Very disrespectful to be late when Mother cooks for you, Megan says, scraping the non-existent contents from an empty soup can into an invisible bowl for you. Captain, she believes you're one of her children. Will you pretend to eat the invisible soup? Absolutely we will. Sure, why not? We also need to come up here and absolutely get started on crafting some more soup. And of course, you are going to get sock puppeted. Hopefully this improves your mental state. Day 45 is going to be a big day for us. We're either going to die or we're going to bring somebody back from insanity for the very first time. Let's see if we are good mental health professionals or what. Oh, it didn't really matter. You spooned Megan's invisible soup into your mouth and play acted, having a nice family dinner. Megan chastised you about putting your elbows on the table. There was no table, but she glared at you until you moved them anyway. Suddenly, she looked around as she'd just woken up and said, "You're no child of mine. My kids were never that easy to deal with." We still need to eat. We have some food for that. We did not use up the sock puppet, so that's interesting. Using it will not use up the sock puppet. All right. Well, we absolutely need to eat. There's just no two ways around that. You need to spend more time with the sock puppet, and hopefully it returns you to sanity, because I don't even know at this point in time. I did puppet her. It just didn't do anything. I'm pretty sure I did, but okay. Well, we'll find out today then. Captain, my weather systems are detecting a storm on the horizon. It's moving fast, so it'll hopefully pass by tomorrow. But this one could get nasty. Thunder, lightning, gale force winds, sharp objects howling at you from every which way. So he wants to keep monitoring it, and we will let him use battery power to do so. So let's verify here. Sock puppet for her, food for us. Let's hope it works. Day 46. She returned to sanity, although she's going to starve to death here in just a second. Let's see here. Looks like our battery's still intact. Cool. Don't you love the smell after it rains? We spent morning shifting through washed up piles, but it was just a bunch of waterlogged crap. We're hungry. Megan's no longer insane. She's starving. She needs to eat right. We could probably make another food before she goes, but then we need to send her out into the world. Hey, Corey, what's going on? Yeah, at least she will die herself instead of her death of personality. That's true. Seeing as humans are slaves to emotions, I do understand why Sheila came back to get your advice on her romantic quest. Is there a way to make a different robot love her unconditionally, or is it possible to get rid of her defective feelings module altogether? Now's the time to reconnect with your basic human instincts. What do you feel is the best approach to effectively resolving Sheila's situation? Strength or agility? I have no idea what strength or agility means in this thing here. So to make somebody do her or to get rid of them, is this avoiding the problem? Is this making somebody do something? Who knows? Neither one of these are particularly good. You try and stay ahead of it, Sealy Bob. You try not to get into the situation that we found ourselves in. Besides, if we had more survivors, we wouldn't have had a few days where we didn't send anybody out, which was something that we've been doing this time. So we're gonna have to make another soup. Oops. Stay locked onto soup. We've made the decision, so I guess we're gonna need to feed her. Soup. Can't even do that. Soup. I can't feed her. Because we ain't got no soup. Alright, well, you're just gonna have to deal with it. We'll have soup tomorrow. Unless you're a skeleton tomorrow. Ooh. Together with Sheila, you decided that the best course of action would be to fix the malfunction, causing her to love Dumbo. That should remove the problem altogether. Perhaps she'll have no memories of this romance at all, if done correctly. I have to say, Captain, messing with a robot's programming like this is risky business, especially considering that this society already has matchmaking rules in progress. You might want to start looking around for spare tools and parts. I'm sure Sheila's going to need a few things to complete the procedure. So, Megan's starved. Yeah. So here, have a little bit of food, Megan. And let's see what's going on here. We're going to send her out into the world here in a minute. It says, you know, Megan told me to put on some music, but there's only one frequency active right now, and it's more of a talk show. So two robotic neighbors are arguing on the radio. Someone's mecha cow crossed through a broken fence and ruined someone else's mecha flowers. Only, they can't come into an agreement over who's responsible for fixing the holes in the fence. So it's an impasse. I don't think this requires intervention, Captain, but do what you want. Let's use our smarts here. So we'll use our smarts. Megan is going to eat. We need to craft a soup for us. We're going to eat it tomorrow, probably. And we will send Megan back out into the world as of tomorrow. Yeah, it was kind of difficult to intuit what it meant by strength and agility in that situation. Like, even a thumbs up or thumbs down would have been good. You and Megan told the robots on the radio that the mecha cow is the real culprit. You advised them to terminate it immediately before it causes more damage. The cow owner took offense. How dare you tell him to hurt his favorite pets? This is why we don't like outsiders. The neighbors agreed and turned off the comms. You both feel terrible now. We remain alert. Megan assures you that we can still count on her friendship. And we've got soup. Well, Megan's looking fine. She is friend, vigorous, alert, and hungry. She's in pretty good straits, except for the fact that we're all hungry as hell. Alright, let's see here. Alert! Coffee brewing bots are steaming angrily at our door. They demand you release their leader, Captain. I think they mean me. I transmit with them occasionally about things you wouldn't understand, like problems with defragmenting or how code execution feels. I said I couldn't meet them because of you, and they jumped to conclusions and thought you were holding me captive. Oops, my bad. How will you handle them? Alright, so we're going to try and handle it with our intelligence. And then let's look at where we're going to go. The oil fields were probably a good place to go for chemicals, but I think we're going to go all the way out to the bomb crater. I would rather run the chance of getting sick than running into something out there when our gun is broke. So it will get us out there for chemicals, so Megan, out you go. I don't really have a whole lot of stuff that she can take with her. So I'm just not going to send her with anything. We need to spend some time repairing things. We just haven't. We have not enough chemicals to do any of that. We're definitely going to need some more chemicals. For the moment, though, let's recycle. What can we recycle and know that we can make another one of? I know that we can make another atomic battery. We made this one. So let's get 10 chemicals out of it. Alright, so we are going to eat a soup. She is going out into the world. We're going to try and solve this with our intelligence, and we're going to take our nuclear battery apart so that we can make soup. Nuclear soup battery? Yikes. Can you imagine? Just go ahead and empty up that battery and just eat it. Delicious. Coffee brewing bots tried to free me from a tyrant. You tried to convince them that you're not holding me captive. Excited to try something else other than tomato soup, you offered to taste their coffee, hoping that would complimenting their brew would appease them. Coffee, they laughed. Yes, we were built to brew it a long time ago, but this planet has not seen a coffee bean for centuries. We don't trade with other planets anymore. We drink hot maintenance oil like everyone else. You've never felt more betrayed. Megan departed toward the bomb crater fields. Not sure if there's much to be found there after the last expedition, but let's give her a chance, alright? Recycling operation completed. You should eat something, Captain. Well, I would love to, but I don't think we're there yet. What are the odds? Captain Ellis, there is a Astro Citizen emergency cargo crate laying nearby. Bzzz. I had to check. The odds are infinitesimally small. Unfortunately, it's empty, but for a single syringe in a small box. The label is blurry, thanks to the cheap Astro Citizen ink. The Soviets got one thing right in using pencils. Do you want to use the mystery syringe on yourself? Yes. Surely, since it's an Astro Citizen syringe, that it will be good for us, right? I mean, obviously, we're gonna use the strange drugs that we found in a box out there on the abandoned robot planet. As far as what else is going on here, we could make some more food. We could do upgrades. Now, upgrades are energy related. I'm tempted to, like, upgrade the handbook. I don't know what it's for. We don't see a whole lot of use of it, though. We could also upgrade the artifact. We could repair these, but unfortunately these take the same thing as we need for food. So unless she returns with some stuff, it's not a great way to go. My calculations seem to be that we can go about 5 days between eating. So let's make a food, and then we're immediately, as soon as we're done with that, going to turn around and make a repair to our gun. That way we can go to the other place that's nearby that offers us chemicals. So we've got nothing here that we can do yet. Megan's still out exploring. We've got soup coming, and we're totally going to shoot up with whatever weird drugs that we found in a box. So right now we're just hungry. I expect to be starving. Oh no. What happened here? Why are we not in? How are you feeling today, Captain? Much better, apparently, after you injected yourself with that syringe. Yes, the intravenous roulette played off. It must have contained SLARP. Standard issue liquid for Astro Citizen, rejuvenation, and holistic improvement. Don't ask me about the capitalized P. Your base mental abilities were improved, for the time being at least. We've now crafted soup. Were we miniaturized? Did we leave? Where are we? If we click over here, nothing is selectable. Where are we? Let's see what's here. Says, I'm glad I could finally convince you to go out for a short walk around the shuttle and stretch a little outside. Even if you claimed I forced you with my constant whining, it's for your own good, Captain. When you stepped outside, you noticed a small asteroid coming right at you. You tried to run back inside, but it looks like the airlock snapped shut behind you. Sorry about that. I need a moment to reopen the doors for you, so you need to figure out which way you'll deal with the asteroid yourself. Will you dodge out of the way gracefully, or grab the nearest flat and heavy rock to make a makeshift shield. Well, we're going to try and be as agile as we possibly can. That's all I can possibly say. Now, we've got some soup. That's good. We can't eat today, so maybe we don't accumulate hunger today. Who knows? But let's go ahead and fix the gun. So Megan's out exploring. We're going to fix the gun. And we're trying to dodge. We have 1 can of soup, but we can't eat it today. It wouldn't let me select it. Day 51. Okay. You deftly dodged the asteroid's path, and when the dust settled, confirmed you're in one piece. On further inspection, the asteroid reminded you of partially chewed bubblegum. This gave you a few ideas about the scale of the universe and its inhabitants that you weren't too keen to entertain. Good news, everyone. Megan found her way back. She returned exhausted, on an empty stomach, and a bit rattled. Ready to hear her report? Prolonged exposure. Okay, we've talked about this. She's breathed in the fumes. She came back with only a small portion of chemicals. I don't think we can keep visiting. I think we have to move around from site to site, or we're going to get diminishing returns. That's kind of difficult. So we've fixed the gun. Megan's no longer vigorous. She's really tired. Hungry, tired, friend alert. That's fine. We're starving, but this, I think, is our first day to starve. So let's craft another can of soup. We can eat it tomorrow. Says Sheila the troubled robot is currently trying to gather some mechanical parts and tools to help her fix the inconvenient glitch. She's hoping to get rid of her unreciprocated feelings towards some fellow called a Dumbo as soon as possible. Do we have anything that she could use? Yeah, here, burn those feelings out with a lighter. And flush it. The light is green. The trap is clean. Ghost is incarcerated in our custom-made storage facility. Good thinking, Captain. A lighter can be used in many ways, such as soldering together 2 stray cables together or burning a big hole in something. Sheila was grateful, so I'm sure she can find a good use for it. Of course, if you want to tamper with delicate nanoprocessors, it's probably best to use high-quality precision tools, but this will have to do for now. And then she broke it. I should warn you, Captain, the society will not look favorably on outsiders interfering with a robot's mechanisms, even for good reason. Sheila is really counting on you, though. And then, the whole thing went missing. Your stomach remains empty. Eat something before it's too late. Megan's alert. Crafting completed. Megan needs food. What in the hell? We have a giant commie statue inside of our space station, or space shuttle. What the fuck? Why do we have a cosmonaut with a hammer and a sickle hanging out inside here? I guess we'll find out by looking at the computer. Captain, there's a couple of spacemen having a roadside picnic outside. Wait a minute, they're wearing Soviet spacesuits and they're singing Kalinka. What are Soviets doing here? Are they the mysterious group that's been watching us? Oh no, it was a distraction. They're trying to break through into the shuttle. One of them boarded our shuttle. Stand your ground, Captain. Well, I guess we're gonna use our brains. Name the statue. Let's name the statue Kozar. Okay, we definitely need to eat. We ourselves need to eat. Let's go ahead and look at crafting. Since it wouldn't let us use the gun, I don't know what's going on, but let's look at, go ahead and crafting another soup. She's starving. It's only her first turn to starve. This is our second turn to starve. But I'm just going to go ahead and feed us both right now. I just want to get synced up. Day 53. Any conflict can be resolved with cold, calculated logic, you decided. Pulling the reactor emergency venting release was the only logical thing to do. And logically, the attacker was subatomized into a gross kind of way. Good thinking, Captain. You better run, you commies. We were able to defend ourselves this time around, but You need to remember that a specter is haunting the world. The specter of communism. This isn't over. We're quite alert. Megan's quite alert. We made soup. We're hungry. Megan is hungry. Now, interesting, she was starving previously. And now she's up to hungry. Because we both ate. That's right. That's what we did. Okay, so what's going on here? Detecting a humanoid figure on approach. It's a robot jittering towards us blind. It's walked right up to the hull and is now clanking into the hull repeatedly. The pitiful thing appears to be malfunctioning. Well, let's try and communicate with it. Now, I don't think that we have what it takes to make more food. We do not. So, we're going to need to make a thing and start recycling things. We could recycle... Now, the tape takes 2 turns to make. The lighter only takes 1 turn to make. The atomic battery takes 2 turns to make. Let's go ahead and make a lighter. It requires 10 resources, and then I think we can turn around and recycle it right back into 10 chemicals. Sealy Bob, you couldn't be more right. No, communism is a red herring. Alright, so let's take a look here. We're going to make a lighter so that we can recycle it back into chemicals. We're going to make a phone call. Nobody gets food. Everybody's hungry right now. Nobody is starving. Day 54. As the demented robot nearby kept methodically clanging its head into our hull, we tried to use the communicator to come to a mutual, non-clanging agreement. The radio signal must have penetrated the robot's choppy mind on some level, as it looked around bemusedly, strutted off into the distance shaking its head. Must have been morning after the night before. So it was a drunk robot. Yeah, it's time to send her out. I agree. So let's see what's going on here real quick. A captain of robotic nomads set up a camp nearby. They want to meet us. Our scan shows they don't even have weapons or sharp sticks. Will we approach them? You bet. We'll just use agility. And then... time to send Megan somewhere. Robot statue? No. How about the charging hub? We've already been to both places that give us electricity. Or, not electricity, but most places that give us... oh no! Tourist information might be even better, because it might unlock more locations, some of which could give us chemicals. Alright, so... we'll send Megan. You can take the gun, I guess, if you want. So, you know... looks like she's alright. She's alert. She's a friend. She's only hungry. Her health is just okay. Alright. So, what can we do for recycle? Now, if we choose recycle and lighter, we can get 10 chemicals back for it, which means that we can make another soup tomorrow. Have fun, Megan! We're gonna go meet this nomadic robotic family. Oh, not so good. You pranced cheerfully into the robot camp, but the robots all looked at you funny, and they said they thought you were unwell. You left the robot camp wondering if a more peaceful approach would have been better. By the morning, the automaton family was gone. Megan left to gather some information about our surroundings from the tourism center. Let's hope she finds something more than dusty brochures and tacky souvenirs. We are starving. We should definitely eat something. Let's go ahead and craft another... what do we got going on here? Captain, it's time. Sheila gathered some tools and parts and came over to your ship with one final request. To help her perform the procedure that will once and for all rid her of the error-generating, unwanted feelings for another robot. She wishes to experience the love of Dumbo no more. She claims it's what Dumbo would have wanted, at least if he knew about it. She's putting her life in your able hands. This will require surgical precision. Which one of you is up for the task, Captain? Well, I guess Emmett is. Sort of. Maybe we should feed him now. Alright, good luck. Try not to destroy Sheila while you're at it. And... are we successful? Oh god, the commies are back! The surgery was a struggle. Your mind was sharp and your hands were quick, but the tools Sheila found weren't great for the job. A soldering iron could have saved the day here. Unfortunately, all she had was the lighter you gave her. After the procedure was finished, you activated Sheila on emergency mode, and she wobbled off towards the city with a blank look on her robotic face. Only time will tell if it worked or not. Megan hasn't returned yet. Crafting completed. New item available. Soup. Oh no. The commies. The Soviets. They're back. And they're all over the shuttle. We cannot allow communism to get a foothold here in an Astro-Citizen vessel. Prepare for a fight! Well, we didn't bring a gun, but we can sure smack them around with a shovel. Gun would have been nicer. Oh well. You know, hindsight. Yikes. Alright, we cannot craft a new device there. What else do we have that would take minerals? We can craft an atomic battery, I guess. Armor might not be a bad idea to have, though. Still, if we want to keep our cycle of crafting and uncrafting, we need to stick with the lighter for now. So let's see if we can shovel this guy. Shoving the intruders out with a shovel was classic Astro-Citizen captain moves. I think we even had a poster for that back on Earth. Well, we've lost the shovel. Says, you better run, you commies. We were able to defend ourselves this round. But you need to remember that a specter is haunting this world. The specter of communism. This isn't over. Megan's returned safely from her trip. She says she's hungry. When scanning her body, I detect some mental imbalances and a little weakness. She was a bit clumsy and fell a few times, resulting in scratches and bruises. The outpost was mostly empty except for one bored, dusty robot who just gave us a few power cells. It's a welcome gift. Looks like the tourist center employee explained to Megan in a series of bored beeps and distorted words, "This is the way to the museum and the library." Megan said that the place was a little neglected and almost empty, except for that one person. Megan's poor health, she looks weak, she's starving, she won't survive without soup, she's really, really tired, and we got a lighter. Okay. Warning, warning, there's a breach. The ship is about to be contaminated. I'm engaging all the emergency protocols available, but my efforts appear to be useless. Contamination cannot be avoided. You must protect yourself, Captain. Alright, we're going to put on the face mask. And Megan is weak, starving, and tired. Let's make sure that we give her soups. And then, of course, we need to come over here and we need to craft another soup right now. That way we have soup for tomorrow. This run's going a lot longer than I thought it was. Please don't end now that I've said that. We've more than doubled our journey from yesterday, so that's pretty cool. The extraterrestrial contamination was no match for the Astro-Citizen issued environmental mask. Quarantine end protocol will be executed at your earliest convenience, Captain. It is CPU breaking to report that the air filter in the mask is now spent, rendering it unusable. Perhaps you should find or make another in case a similar crisis occurs in the future. Megan's still weak. We made new soup. We are starving. We'll need to eat. Okay. It's really hard to stay on top of this whole feeding ourselves thing. It says, looks like we have a leak, Captain. The sprinkler system went haywire and everything's getting soaked. Well, let's go ahead and just use our intelligence. It's a lot better than our strength. Our strength is pretty garbage. Friend alert, weak, tired, hungry. She can't go out yet. This is our first day to starve, so we can wait one more day. In the meantime, let's go ahead and craft a mask. Shovel also would be a good thing to craft, but it's going to take a very long time. I think the shovel's probably a little more of a time-friendly thing. And it warned us specifically that we would probably need it. As long as we don't leave with the gun again, we may not need the shovel, right? We can just point the laser gun at him. So, okay, no food for anybody this turn. Success, Captain. You were smart enough to disable the sprinkler system as soon as the flooding started. That gave you enough time to fix the sprinklers. Happy to report that our supplies are safe. Water reserves were not compromised. We remain stable. Megan's alert, poor health. Megan has rested, though. We can send her out of here. We're looking pretty bad, but we are fulfilled. Yay! We are fulfilled. I have no idea what that's really going to do for us, but let's feed ourselves food. We're going to be getting some food. Captain, are you all right? Those weird spots on your arms are a little worrisome. Can you see them? Please wait while I consult the medical database. Searching. Unfortunately, I'm unable to identify your affliction. I'm afraid you'll have to diagnose it yourself. That shouldn't be too hard. Doctors are overrated. Can you do that, Captain? Well, I guess we'll just look it up in the manual. She's still weak. I'm really kind of concerned about the weak. What about these other locations? The museum. We could find guns and minerals there. And the hazard is... Is that a pentagram? And then there was a library. I could find chemicals and books. The hazard is a black sphere. Now, the last time we ran into a black sphere of some sort, it was an alien tax collector. An alien tax collector. Well, I think we will go to the library on the chance that we could get more chemicals. I know it's going to take longer, but I think we're going to have to. We could go for the oil fields, but in that case I would need to send her with a weapon. And if I send her with a weapon, then we won't have a weapon to deal with the space commies when they come back. So, off to the library with you. Use that giant brain of yours. Any gear I want to send with you? No, none of those things. Guess you're just going to go and do your thing on your own, Megan. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, we're going to eat. This is going to craft a mask. We've resolved our items, so that's it. Good luck. Hopefully nothing happens to our book. But if something does, then that's another possible thing that Megan can pick up when she leaves. Weird spots appeared on your body yesterday. Luckily, you found a solution in the handbook. The spots were the first symptoms of a potentially dangerous and highly shameful ailment. At least it was easy to cure. All you needed to do was follow the step-by-step instructions in the handbook. Megan left to visit the local library. Perhaps she would just come back richer and more than supplies. I can't say if it was your engineering or dumb luck, but we made a high-quality full face mask. Whoops. Excellent. Look at that. It's, kind of Fallout looking. Alright, let's see here. Captain, we're receiving a coded transmission of unknown origin. Could be a distress signal, or some sorts of, a message of some sorts, or pretty much anything else. We won't know until we listen to it. Shall we play it? Absolutely, let's listen to it. Maybe it's the space commies apologizing. Sorry, we are communist, comrade. We are trying not to be. Alright, so we could upgrade a bunch of things. Recycle. I don't feel like recycling the mask now that we critted on it. I think we need to look at recycling the lighter. That'll give us 10. So we're going to listen to the message, we're going to recycle the lighter, and Megan is off doing Megan things. says, we received a transmission yesterday, but it turns out it was a message from another group of survivors lost in space and pleading for help. Unfortunately, it's impossible to pinpoint the exact location of your fellow castaways. However, the knowledge that you're not alone out here is enough to make you feel much better. Well, mentally at least. Who knows? Maybe one day you'll find them. So we did successfully recycle, so that's good. Captain, there's a robot named Dumbo waiting to see you. Ring a bell? I'm pretty sure a certain robot was in love with him not so long ago. As it happens, Dumbo has a lot of questions concerning Sheila. Apparently something left her almost unable to communicate with the outside world. Her eyes are empty, and the only sound that she can produce is the clucking of a chicken. Dumbo saw her talking to you not so long ago and is demanding to know the truth about what happened to her. Would you like to tell Dumbo the truth about Sheila's procedure and your involvement, Captain? I mean, yeah, we're going to tell him the truth. We've got the laser gun. Maybe we can hold him off with that. And ultimately, it's your fault, Dumbo. It's entirely your fault. So we're still fulfilled. We're hungry, but we're not too bad off there. I think it is time for us to craft some more delicious soup. We need it. We need the soup. Uh-oh, indeed, Epic Super Awesome. Telling the truth. It's always kind of a bad idea, but we'll see. Day 62. Oh god, the commies are back! Dumbo appreciated your honesty, Captain. I have to admit, the fact that unbeknownst to Sheila, Dumbo actually suffers from the same glitch and was in love with her all along makes her a rather tragic story, objectively speaking. I'm afraid that with the available technology, our chances of reverting the changes made to Sheila's processing and empathy units are exactly 2%. On the other hand, the chances of suffering while being in love are about 99.99%, and Dumbo sees what you did as an act of mercy. Yes, Captain, I agree. Poor Dumbo indeed. Crafting completed. We have more soup. We're starving. And the goddamn space commies are back again. Alright, let's, we gotta craft some more soup. We need more soup. We always need more soup. I don't even know what we're making into soup anymore. We're just making soup all of the time. Alright, the Soviets are back and they're all over the shuttle. We cannot allow them to get a foothold here. When I'm got aboard, stand your ground, Captain. And it gave us 1, 2, and 3. And none of these are particularly good right now, because we are not in the best of all situations here ourselves. We're starving. So... yeah, space commies never rest. It's pretty amazing that they've been showing up like clockwork like every few days at this point. Even though it doesn't show a star and everyone just shows us one level, I happen to know that our intelligence is the best, so let's try it. So Megan's out exploring, we're making soup, we're gonna try doing our intelligence here. We're gonna eat a little bit. Let's see if we can make it to the next day. Oh, we unlocked an achievement. Oh no, the end. Is it a good end? I've seen this end before on 60 Seconds. Oh no. The achievement that we unlocked is KIA, and you thought you were safe. The plan was good. Get rid of the intruder and you can have a can of soup and wait till the whole thing blows over. Too bad you failed and got yourself captured along with the rest of your crew. Captain, this is Minx X. You used to know me as Astro. I regret to inform you that you were relieved of your command. Comrades cosmonauts are taking over this imperialist shuttle and will use it to found Cosmograd, a city of cosmonauts. Cosmonauts of the universe, unite. Oh, the commies. Oh, the space commies got us. Day 63, guys. 63 days. We perished. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. We ate 27 cans of soup. I don't know. There may be something to only bringing along 2 people. Right? Because if we only bring along 2 people, our food lasted a whole lot longer. Now, we could have had potentially maybe multiple missions going out and bringing in more stuff. But as it stands, we can only ever craft 1 thing per day. So I think I'm kind of thinking of a rule where no more than 3 crew members total. 2 might even be the best, but having 1 spare just in case, I could make a case for. So yeah, a 3rd person might work.